Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Awino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. There is this question that I would like to ask before I continue doing this video. The families of young men, young boys and girls who lost their lives during the Gen Z demonstrations, who were killed by the rogue police, namely Rex, we had got Charles Owino, we had got Bernard Kibozi, we had Kennedy Odhiambo, still are in their hands. In as much as the ground is still crying, they are crying, the blood is crying, and now it is drying up, and the politicians are assuming that everything is okay. Their families here and there are trying to forget about the tragedies that happened in their families, something they did not plan to do. This issue has opened a new chapter in Raila Odinga and together with William Ruto's new era, whereby both politicians are working together to find a way, claiming that they are finding ways of bringing unity in the country. The question is, was this the only way of bringing unity in the country, whereby blood had to be lost, young men had to be killed, policemen had to shoot people dead, innocent people had to go on the street crying simply because they were defending their future, the futures of their kids, because of the bad governance, crying for the accountability. What these young men were crying for was accountability. They wanted the government to be accountable, to make sure that they tell them exactly what they were doing. Right now, the president and Raila Odinga have been seen working together. Just the other day, William Ruto was allowed to go into Nyanza, a place that he could not be able to go some years back. Right now, he is a free man. He's working in every part of the country, seeking votes, saying that he is working so hard to make sure that the country is united. Is William Ruto aware of the tragedy? Is William Ruto aware of what is awaiting for him coming 2027? What will really happen with the Kenyans? Will they allow themselves again to be lured and to be lied to by William Samoei Ruto concerning what has been happening? The Gen Zs raised their complaints during the demonstrations. They say that there are some leaders whom they did not want to be in the government, but William Ruto, together with his colleagues, went ahead and appointed them. They gave John Mbadi a position to become the treasurer of the Republic of Kenya. They gave Alias Sanjoho to be the mining CS. They gave Wycliffe Ambetsi Oparanya also a position, to Opiyo Wandayi, a position to work as a CS of energy. They brought back somebody like Kipchumba Murkomen to be in the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs, something that the Gen Zs were against. Is William Ruto aware that including politicians in the CSS is one of the major things that made him fail? What is going to be the outcome coming 2027? After all those things, right now, there is a bigger problem again, that the teachers, the JSS teachers are on strike. The students are being sent back home, whereby the teachers are saying that the students will go back home until further notice, until when the president and the Republic of Kenya, the government, will be aware and will help in what is going on. William Ruto, after his journey, after his 4 days tour in Nyanza, he took together with him Raila Odinga, his counterpart, to go to China.
We wait for a
something that could have not happened before the Gen Z's demonstration. The Gen Zs told Raila Odinga to sit back home because he had fought for this government and now it was time for him to rest. But is Raila Odinga aware of what the Gen Zs are planning to do because of what he has done to them? A lot of them are saying that they must make sure that he fails to become the chairman of African Union, because according to them, Raila Amolo Odinga is a betrayer. He used their own blood. He used the blood of their brothers, their sisters, who happens to be the grandsons, who happens to be the granddaughters, the grandchildren of Raila Amolo Odinga for his own political gain. John Mbadi has been given position to become the CS of Treasury. But the question is, as he's planning to bring back the finance bill, which was rejected by the Gen Zs back then, will he manage to do that? Opiyo Wandayi has been given the position to become the CS of energy. Something that people are saying that he is going to be one of the most failure. He's going to fail. Because right now, William Ruto has promised a lot of Kenyans. In every part of the country he goes, he tells every home, every person that they are going to have electricity in their own homes. But will William Ruto give the finance? Will William Ruto give the money that is going to finance that work, the project that is promising Kenyans? The governor of Nairobi County, that is Johnson Sakaja, is telling teachers to make sure that they go back to school and start teaching. He's telling them to just continue teaching students, because we are in the third term, and this is the most critical part of the term, whereby students and pupils are preparing to do their national exams, claiming that the current CS of education have just been introduced to office. It means that he had got no idea when he was being appointed to be in the office.
Naomba tu walimu wetu ambao nawapenda sana, tafadhali mzungumze na wenzenu wale wa hapa primary, wale ambao wamegoma. We need our teachers back in school. Waziri wa elimu hajakuwa hata waziri wakati ya shule kufunguliwa. Amekuwa waziri juzi tu, hata wiki mbili hazijapita. Waziri wa pesa Mbadi just became a minister less than 2 weeks ago. I think we should give the government some time. Let's give them some time to settle those issues of JSS, to settle the issue of the interns, because the intention is there, the budget is there. Lakini wakiwa nje ni watoto wetu wanaumia. Sana sana wakati wa muhula wa 3 ambapo watoto wanaenda kwa mtihani. So I really want to urge KUPPET, I want to urge all the teachers unions, tafadhali, let us give this government, because it is almost like a fresh one. Let's give them some little time. Come back to the table so that our children can be safeguarded in their work.
My question has been this. When this man was accepting this job to become the CS of education, was he not aware of what was going on in the education sector? Was he not aware of what was awaiting him as the CS of education? He knew very well that William Samoei Ruto had never at one point acknowledged education in this country. He's using money for his own purposes. Right now, instead of working for Kenyans, William Samoei Ruto has been seen campaigning, preparing himself for the 2027 election, saying that he goes ahead and says that if at all he will end up his career as the president, he will go back to be an evangelist of the country. I really don't know what you think. I really don't know what is going on in this country, because at this point, everybody is stranded. The teachers are stranded. The students are stranded. Even the people that live in the country are stranded, because we are tired of William Samoei Ruto's lies. He claims that he knows, he understands the lives of a normal citizen. The last question is this. Is this the life that we were promised as the hustlers? Is this the kind of life that William Samoei Ruto promised the hustlers when he was saying that I understand how hustlers are, I understand the life of a normal citizen, and when I'm given position to become the president, I will take care of the young, I will take care of the old, and I will take care of Mama Mboga. Right now, Mama Mboga is really crying, saying that William Ruto does not care about them. Right now, the Boda Bodas are also crying, saying that since William Ruto became the president, there is nothing tangible that they've seen. They were promised electric motorbikes. The ones that they have been given have got a lot of problems, even more than the fueled motorbikes. The question is, For how long shall we continue living this kind of country? For how long shall we continue with this bad governance? We Kenyans, we have got options that we are supposed to consider. If we still want William Samoei to rule us up to 2032, then it is up to us to bear this, because it is us who gave him power, who gave him authority to become the president of the Republic of Kenya, despite knowing what was going on. The former president William Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta cried to us, and he told us that I understand this person because I've worked with him. Most of us assumed, but right now, kinaturamba. I really don't know what is going on. I really don't know how we are going to tackle this. But one thing I'm sure of is that coming 2027, the Kenyans will have waken up, and they will have known what is good for them and what is bad for them. Let me know what you think at the comment section. But just a reminder, if you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, and drop me a comment and tell me what you think and where you're watching us from. As I normally say, that feedback is normally the key thing in any form of communication, and not fail to appreciate those who have been giving us our support, because without our support, this channel cannot grow and it cannot be where it is as now. Until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface Awino. Bye-bye.